Chuck, my guys. I know there's no one here. Dear nobody. I thought I was live this whole time for a good 10 minutes. I showed you on my steak. I'm fucking this shit up. I was watching a good video together now. Look, all along just watching this video. Well, welcome back.
I got bribed to make this video twice, actually, to expose a casino's business rivals. Here's a screenshot calling it a bounty and a sponsorship in exchange for a video. Now, I didn't take the money. In fact, I'm quite angry about it. Not just because these people offered $20,000 to the guy in the $10 million studio. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't even cover the electricity bill. Now, to be clear, we would never take a bribe of any size. This show is funded by $5 a month on Patreon. That's where the real money is. But either way, I had a dilemma. Clearly, these people thought I could be bought. If I ignored their bribe, new viewers might be confused. I needed to send a message, and I needed to send it fast. So I decided on this. Rather than expose just their competitors in the gambling scene, what if we exposed everyone? Starting first with the people who offered me money. Welcome to the Counter-Strike Gambling Investigation, a multi-part series where we're going to be talking about a video game that has created an underage gambling epidemic that makes hundreds of millions, even billions a year. Now, some people thought it stopped in 2016, but they couldn't be more wrong. The world of Counter-Strike gambling is still massive, and nobody wants to talk about it because most of them are making too much money. Those who do speak out have faced consequences, so we've got to be careful.
How do you face consequences?
Let's get started.
Got a bone in your eye.
I've got to say, Coffee, I'm really proud you're taking on the bad guys. He's defusing. You know, I've been playing Counter-Strike for years, and honestly, bots are really out of control.
Bots? You know we're doing a gambling thing. Besides, you're a bot.
Not according to them. Woo! Another ace.
I don't have time for this. You begged me to be my sidekick. Are you gonna help or not?
Hey, I can multitask. What do you need?
I need to find the bad guy. I've interviewed like 40 people for this story. They all claim to be the victim. They're all pointing fingers.
Sounds pretty human to me. Maybe all you really need is a more objective view. Go ahead. Lay it on me.
Well, everything comes back to one moment. Protesters raided the tournament.
Wait, protesters? At a tournament?
Yeah, protesters. At the PGL Majors in Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. Oh, bit my fucking cheek.
It was one of the biggest esports tournaments ever for Counter-Strike. 1.8 million watching, over 1 million in the prize pool. It was hosted at Royal Arena. It was a big deal. And everything was going smoothly until suddenly people rushed the stage. The crowd was panicked. No one knew what was going on. Someone broke the trophy on stage. And turns out there were people handcuffing themselves outside. Nobody knew what was going on. They were upset about CSGO Roll, a gambling website that sponsored one of the teams called G2.
Huh. Some kind of overzealous advocate, maybe?
No, not like you'd think. They found out that the protesters had been paid to be there by a rival casino called CSGO Empire.
Nah.
A casino protesting a casino. How'd you find that one?
Funny you should ask. Let me introduce you to our first character, the owner of CSGO Empire. He calls himself Monarch. He live-streamed himself doing the whole thing.
Oh, an exhibitionist.
You have no idea.
If G2 is gonna be playing on the stage, I was planning if somebody's going to Germany, or if you have any friends in Germany, I can pay you a good amount of money. Just come to my DMs, and I can pay you a good amount of money if you run on the stage in the middle of the game and glue yourself on the stage, or even better, if you put like handcuffs. If you can handcuff yourself on one of the computers or one of the tables, I will pay you decent money.
They need to go in, even if there's a security guard, even if they're gonna be taken away. If somebody goes home walking, they will be fired.
And I'm so dedicated to this. Like, if I'm in a war, I'm gonna be fighting to the end.
Wow,
war.
this guy is just shameless.
Yeah, but
A
it gets
war.
much worse. Someone from Monarch's team at this point decides to text me he offered me a bounty to cover the story. I'd already gotten a similar email offering me 20 grand to expose the scam casino in that group.
Obviously, you said
No.
yes. No. Right.
Right. Of course, I said no. I can't take their money. But I did want to speak with Monarch. I texted them back saying I'll take the info, but I also wanted to text CSGO Roll's owner and ask them the same thing. I want their side of the story too.
And
Well, CSGO Roll's owner is named Killian. He said it's a one-sided harassment campaign. Monarch, on the other hand, says something much different. He admits to attacking CSGO Roll, but basically says he's attacking all the influencers that work for him. They're on this wall of shame that he's going after.
They have made millions and millions of euros from illegal casinos. And what I am going to do is I'm going to be delivering justice to these motherfuckers. Tax investigations are coming. People are going to be going to jail. YouTube channels, Twitch channels, King channels, Twitters, they're going to be banned. And I will deliver justice to these motherfuckers.
wall of shame. What is up with this guy?
Like I told you, Monarch sees himself as like a scam buster or something.
He thinks he's you.
No.
No.
He said something else, actually.
I identify myself as some sort of a hero in this topic. It's very important to note actually that Killian is not the only target. Like we are having war with other sites as well, and I have a track record. Like before this CS:GO drama, I've been doing this thing for many years actually.
That's really his main defense. He does this to everyone.
Maybe it's true. Maybe he's just got a screw loose.
No, the attacks here are more personal. And I found out Killian and Monarch aren't just competitors, they used to be business partners.
I made a company 10 years ago with Killian, who stole my company. The second company I made, he bribed people to have my company shut down. The third company, which is my current big company, which I made all my money, bought my castles and he's been trying to do. Killian has been trying to do everything to take me down, get me arrested, get me killed. Killian is a psychopath, and these motherfuckers are Killian's minions, and I'm going to be taking down every single one of these motherfuckers.
So Killian betrayed Monarch.
Depends on who you believe. The point is, this isn't so much about justice, it's kind of about revenge.
The beautiful thing about revenge is that there is no deadlines. You know, you can do it whenever. You know, life is long, and you can do it whenever. By the way, I don't mind the guns and stuff. It's like just fun games. What is coming for you is something different. There will be people going to prison. There will be severe consequences.
You got some trigger safety right there.
There will be interesting stuff. You know?
But
Coffee, I'm starting to worry this is a BetterHelp segue into couples counseling.
No, I wouldn't scam you. Look, I'm just trying to show who this guy is and what he wants.
Look, I'm not trying to ruin your Mindhunter episode, but sometimes it really is as simple as an unhinged internet tough guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too, but it's how people talked about this guy. When I interviewed them, they would just freeze when I mentioned his name. Honestly, it was bizarre.
The thing that honestly upsets me about the whole Monarch thing, and this is what's been so hard about the story, people will not give their real opinion because everyone says they're scared. You and I were having a nice chat. Can't talk about the Monarch. Why?
Bro, the weather was like really nice today outside.
Dude, come on! Tell me what's going on!
I can't.
Everybody talks behind the scenes. Everyone talks behind the scenes. Everyone talks. Nobody talks in front of the camera. Why? He intimidates you guys? Well, no. Not you guys. He's intimidating someone else and everyone doesn't want that to happen to them. Is that it?
I think it's just. No, I'm not gonna say anything.
That is crazy. It's like a real-life Voldemort.
I know. Most people were scared to even talk, except for one of the names on Monarch's Wall of Shame.
Yeah, I'm Grim. I've been doing CS:GO gambling for about a decade, and I have been doing it as a content creator for probably like almost 8 years now.
Can you take us from the beginning of your relationship with Monarch and just tell the story as you see it?
Right. So it's been like almost a year now, so it's a little bit hard to like get the timeline like completely right on top of my head. But it started around May last year. Is when the I guess in quote beef initially started. It was mostly just on Twitter. Essentially started like threatening me and told me that I needed to drop CS:GO Roll or else. Right. I then responded by posting a tweet myself with a screenshot of what he said, calling him out for it, and telling him to come at me with everything he's got. Which, you know, in retrospect, massive mistake. I've known him for a while, a few years before this. He's never done anything like this that I have seen before. He might have done it like privately without, like you said, other people that had similar stories, right? But I just haven't spoken about it, and I think maybe that's what has happened before. But that's initially how it went down, yeah. Is he DM'd me, I made my tweets, and he went after me ever since.
So you say, come after me with everything you got.
Yeah, I think I use the word full thrust because he keeps telling me every time he does something, was this full thrust enough? Like it's like stuck in his head that I use the term full thrust.
Go all in, full thrust. If everybody goes full thrust, that's again when we go full thrust again.
I started getting screenshots from people that are inside one of his Discord. He's got multiple ones that he uses for his quote-unquote cult, the Jofa cult he calls it, where they were talking about sprays some flyers around my city, this and that. A lot of crazy ones that he luckily didn't do, but then nothing really happened for a few months because this was back in May, and in around September I all of a sudden wake up to a bunch of missed calls from family, friends, everything, right? I get told that they had posted flyers everywhere in my city, and I mean everywhere. High schools, malls, people's cars, in their mailboxes. Monarch himself said they did around 30,000 flyers, and there's about 30,000 people in my city, so they basically spread it everywhere. That had like a picture of CS:GO Roll, me, my house, my cars, saying that like I'm scamming people in my city. That's essentially how it started with the flyers.
What the copy? This is like a personalized harassment campaign.
I know. But what freaked me out is that Monarch doesn't deny any of it. He thinks it's justified.
Yeah, there's this one case, this YouTuber called Grim, who lives in Norway. We work times about like various things. So he's one of Killian's main advertisers. He's made at least $6 million from blatantly promoting this scam. He's basically, for many years, he's been streaming like every day, playing on CS:GO Roll and making YouTube videos there, just blatantly scamming his audience and making tons of money. And he has this like kind of like has this mansion in Norway where he has like his Lamborghinis parked outside. We gave these flyers to like the full town. The full town got these flyers that has Grim's face on it, and it explains like how he's made his money by scamming people.
He just admits to it.
Oh, he takes credit for a lot more than that.
So what happened just a month ago now, when they sent 18 people to show up at my city, outside my door, having a quote-unquote protest.
Wait, 18 people to your house?
Yeah, there was 18 people.
And this is, to be clear, a competitor casino to the one you're working for. Is harassing is the only word that comes to mind here.
That's like a.
I mean, what was it? What do you think it was? Was it intimidation? What was it?
Oh, it was definitely intimidation as well as harassing. Because like obviously when they show up in my house, it makes it incredibly difficult for me to be here because they're gonna be right outside my house. Like again, I live in Norway and our rules are way too nice.
Coffee, I'll admit it. This is a little bit more than an internet tough guy. These are mafia tactics.
Literally.
It's insane. I mean, Monarch is still trying to say this is all fair game.
Yeah, so we did this funny protest one day. We sent the cute little cult we sent, there was maybe like 15 people outside of his house with the infamous Sticky Hand, who claims to have lost his house to CS Girl scam.
It's Sticky Hand! I'm a calling because CSGO roasted my f***ing house! Tim, I'm coming for you! Killian, I'm coming for you! Give my f***ing house back! Give my f***ing house back! Give my f***ing house back!
They were there, they parked with their like tents like outside of the house, and they had like microphones and they had the pitchforks and stuff, and they were just like marching in the neighborhood. And Sticky Hand did also. He went to knock on his door just to speak with him.
I have to say, this is an insane level of harassment. I mean, I get that you believe he scammed people, and let's say he did scam people. That should be left to law enforcement, not to like, you know, y'all are basically like video vigilantes, you know, going to his house. I saw Warren also posted something about like he'd pay money for someone to break into his house in Minecraft. That was a joke, or
that obvious joke. Yeah, that would be crossing a line. Yeah, I can agree. Somebody could say that this is like it might be pretty insane,
but that's how much
time,
you believe Killian has scammed people. I think it goes to what you detest this company so much you think basically it's worth the price to like do this war.
So we have the numbers, we have the facts, we pretty much know exactly how much he has made from CSGO. We've had extensive conversations with Grim himself. We know that he understands exactly what he's doing. He's consciously scamming people, and we have consulted lawyers about this, and we are actually planning to take legal action.
But isn't this
the
like
unfortunate thing is
there are ways how this is hypocrisy. He's doing the same thing.
Justice, and probably
he's the owner of
be real like
casino.
Legal consequences for him, and if there are, it's going to be kind of like, you know, years down the line after CSGO has exit scam.
That's sort of my problem. This is clearly harassment, but Monarch's not wrong that the people in this industry usually get away with it.
But he's in the same industry.
Well, exactly. And that's what kills his argument. Either way, this whole thing is so heated that both sides now think they're in danger.
Let's talk about security. Obviously, probably shaking you up, made you rethink how much you need to protect yourself. Have you taken any steps to try to, obviously you said you did go to the police, they did nothing. What else did you do?
Right now I have 20% security sitting outside. So that's the precaution I have currently.
That's expensive.
Yeah, no, it is expensive. It is. Like, I'm not paying for it, but yes, it is expensive. I've heard
Who is paying for it?
CSGO is paying for it.
So you got your rival casinos, and one is paying for 24/7 security for the influencer because an opponent casino is gonna go to their house and harass them and possibly do it.
Yeah. Also, like I'm genuinely scared for my life. I'm genuinely scared for my family.
Why?
Because of this whole thing. Like I am with like huge security guards, and I need to be like super careful. I don't really like. I need to be careful where I'm moving. I need to be super careful about like my location.
Alright. This thing was A-okay. inside the shop. ¿Salió descalzo? What is he talking about?
Señor. No toqué, pero... ¿Está bien?
¿Qué es esto? Justo aquí.
Es un triángulo.
Sí, eso pensé. Mire, esto, aquí.
Es el símbolo matemático de pi.
3.14. Puso en una fecha o un código.
314.
I need a cup of Dismatron, man, because I cannot continue like this.
Happened. Now, is that it?
Alright, man.
I think it's just.
He's
No,
not
I'm
gonna say.
saying anything.
He's not gonna say.
That is crazy. It's like a real-life Voldemort.
I know. Most people were scared to even talk, except for one of the names on Monarch's Wall of Shame.
Yeah, I'm Grim. I've been doing CCP Gamble for about a decade, and I have been doing it as a content creator for probably like almost 8 years now.
Can you take us from the beginning of your relationship with Monarch and just tell the story as you see it?
Right. So it's been like almost a year now, so it's a little bit hard to like get the timeline like completely right on top of my head. It started around May last year. Is when the I guess Equal Beef initially started. It was mostly just on Twitter. He essentially started like threatening me and told me that I needed to drop the role or else. Right? I then responded by posting a tweet myself with a screenshot of what he said, calling him out for it, and telling him to come at me with everything he's got. Which, you know, in retrospect, massive mistake. I've known him for a while, years before this. He's never done anything like this that I have seen before. He might have done it like privately without, like I said, other people write similar stories, right? But I just haven't spoken about it, and I think maybe that's what has happened before. That's usually how it went. He DM'd me, I made my tweet, and he went after me ever since.
So you say, come after me with everything you got.
Yeah, I think I use the word full thrust because he keeps telling me every time he does something what's this full thrust about? Like it's like stuck in his head that I use the term full thrust.
Go all in, full thrust. If everybody goes full thrust, that's again when we go full thrust again.
I started getting screenshots of people that are inside one of his Discord. He's got multiple ones that he uses for his quote-unquote cult, the Wilcom cult bullshit, where they were talking about social flyers from my city, this and that. A lot of crazy ones that he luckily didn't do. But then nothing really happened for a few months. This was back in May. And in around September, I all of a sudden wake up to a bunch of reports from family, friends, everything, right? I get told that they have posted flyers everywhere in my city. And I mean everywhere. High schools, malls, people's cars, in their mailboxes. One of the shops where they put about 30,000 flyers, and there's about 30,000 people in my city. So it basically plays everywhere. That had like pictures of Scroll, me, my house, my cars, saying that like I'm scamming people in my city. That's essentially how it started with the flyers.
Copy? It's like a personalized harassment campaign.
I know. But what freaked me out is that Monarch doesn't deny any of it. He thinks it's justified.
Yeah, there's this one case, this YouTuber called Grim, who lives in Norway.
Yeah.
We work about like various things. So he's one of Killian's main advertisers. He's made at least $6 million from blatantly promoting this scam. He's basically, for many years, he's been streaming like every day, playing on CS:GO and making YouTube videos there, just blatantly scamming his audience and making tons of money. And he has this like kind of like has this mansion in Norway where he has like his Lamborghinis parked outside. We gave his flyers to like the boat house of his flyers that has Grim's face on it, and it explains like how he's made his money by scamming people.
He just admits to it.
Oh, he takes credit for a lot more than that.
What happened with when there's like 18 people to show up at my city. outside my door having a quote-unquote protest.
Wait, 18 people to your house?
Yeah, there was 18 people.
And this is, to be clear, a competitor casino to the one you're working at.
Yeah.
Is harassment comes to mind here. Well, I don't even know if it's. Well, I mean, what was it? What do you think? Was it intimidation? What was it?
Oh, it was definitely intimidation as well as harassing. Because like obviously it's from the house to make it a little difficult for me to be here because they're gonna be right up from now. And again, under the road, the rules are way too nice.
Coffee, I'll admit it. He's a little bit more than an internet tough guy. These are mafia tactics.
It's insane. I mean, Monarch is still trying to say this is all fair game.
Yeah, so we did this funny protest one day. We sent the cute little cult. There was maybe like 15 people outside of his house with the infamous Sticky Hand who claims to have lost his house to CS Girl scam.
It's Sticky Hand! I'm a paladin! Because today he's away! Scream! I'm coming for you! Julia! I'm coming for you!
They were there, they parked with their like tents like outside of the house, and they had like microphones and they had the pitchforks and stuff, and they were just like marching in the neighborhood. And Sticky Hand did also. He went to knock on his door just to speak with him.
I have to say, this is an insane level of harassment. I mean, I get that you believe he scammed people, and let's say he did scam people. That should be left to law enforcement, not to like, you know, y'all are basically like video vigilantes, you know, going to his house. I saw Warren also posted something about like he paid money for someone to break into his house in Minecraft. That was a joke, or
that obvious joke. Yeah, that would be crossing a line. Yeah, I can agree. Somebody could say that this is like it might be pretty insane, but
that's how much you believe Killian has scammed people. I think it goes to what you detest this company so much. You think basically it's worth the price.
So we have the numbers, we have the facts, we pretty much know exactly how much we get from CS Pro. We've had extensive conversations with him himself. We know that he understands exactly what he's doing. He's consciously scamming people, and we have consulted lawyers about this, and we are actually planning to take legal action. But the unfortunate thing is that there are ways how they can evade this kind of like legal justice, and probably there's not going to be real like legal consequences for him. And if there are, it's going to be kind of, you know, years down the line after CS Girl has a scam.
That's sort of my problem. This is clearly harassment, but Monarch's not wrong. People in this industry usually get away with it.
But he's in the same industry.
Exactly. And that's what kills his argument. Either way, this whole thing is so heated that both sides now think they're in danger.
Let's talk about security. Obviously, probably shaking you up, made you rethink how much you need to protect yourself. Have you taken any steps to try to? Obviously, you said you did go to the police. They did nothing. But what else did you do?
No, I have a sitting outside. So that's what
That's expensive.
yes, no, it is expensive. It is. Like, I'm not paying for it, but yes, it is expensive. I've heard it.
Who is paying?
Excuse me.
So, you got your rival casinos, and one is paying for 24/7 security for the influencer because an opponent casino is gonna go to their house and harass them and possibly do it.
Yeah.
So also like I'm genuinely scared for my life. I'm genuinely scared for my family, like because of this whole thing. Like I am with like huge security guards, and I need to be like super careful. I don't really like I need to be careful where I move, and I need to be super careful about like my location being doxed, because I think he has all the reasons to kill me. So.
Do you think he would cross that line? As you said, you would never do that. Do you think he would?
No, knowing him as a person, he's pure evil. Has no morals. It would be literally plus EV to get me killed. So now I'm doing my best to first of all not have my location leaked, but also I have like significant security because of that.
That has to be a serious expense. I mean, it's like 24/7 security is expensive, right?
I mean, it's not cheap. Plus, also like have to take a bunch of like precautions for my family as well.
I think I may be dying of what humans call irony. They're both scared?
Yeah, everyone's terrified of revenge. And it explains why people not involved wouldn't want to be involved. Even just recently, I heard another YouTuber has been getting the Monarch treatment. Flyers, house visits, confrontations. Who would want that?
You, apparently. Wants to stop Monarch from coming after you.
Nothing. I mean, I would say the harassment usually was in the influencers, gambling sector, but recently an esports journalist got threatened as well.
These people are dangerous, and these people are clearly willing to do anything for money. Let's get them out of esports once and for all.
We are looking into we might actually do some legal action towards him, like some defamation lawsuit or whatever. I think it would be fun to just for the law, just for the need. This could be a fun fight. And for this reason, the cult is coming for Richard.
Tried to confront Monarch on it. I also tried to confront him on this bounty thing.
I'm gonna do the story, and obviously I'm gonna try to tell it how I tell all my stories, which is as neutral and like to the facts as possible. But I don't want anyone to be I don't want anyone to come to my house. Very simple.
Yeah. I'll be transparent, and I'm not intending to send any signals. So.
Oh, I also have to say, did you know Warren offered me a bounty?
I did not.
Y'all shouldn't tell journalists that. That's not good. Y'all shouldn't pay people to do stories.
Noted.
Yeah, because it makes it hard to, because I can't obviously can't accept that. That would completely compromise everything I stand for. To be like, if you buy it to me towards your side of it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I just wanted to address it.
And I really respect your approach. See that you're a great journalist.
How reassuring. Someone you're making a video on likes you before the story.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if he keeps his promise on that. But I also wanted to confront the guy who offered me $20,000.
Let me guess. You got what?
Sort of. He said that he didn't know that I was a journalist and that I wasn't someone to offer money to. He also claimed that this industry has hooked him and that everything is money oriented.
I mean, that much.
For sure. I mean, for all the talk about justice and scams, it's about money too. Just recently, Grim says he got this message. Monarch would stop house harassment. His job CSGO rolling with a match deal with CSGO Empire.
And that's that then. Had the villain the whole time.
Not quite. I mean, we had to address the bribe. We have to address the harassment. But our story is not about gambling influencers being the victim. We're also millionaires. Remember, we're investigating everything. And Monarch is just kind of the tip of the iceberg of the problem. Who's really the villain?
I started gambling on Counter-Strike when I was probably 13 years old.
14 years old. I think it was 14. I saw it online. I saw a bunch of these YouTubers playing it.
Yes!
They see their favorite influencer playing on some third-party case opening site, and they just go deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, and soon they are addicted.
Maybe the solution isn't with the casinos at all. It's a good time to talk about it. influencers dead.
I'm carrying enough already.
Alright, what's next? Roblox game has 2 million concurrent players. That's crazy. That's crazy. Trust me. Dividend videos. Greg goddamn Doucette. What the fuck is that?
Mark Cuban lied. How this face became a billionaire. It's all a lie. Maybe this guy started everything and Mark Cuban screwed him over harder than anyone's been screwed in the history of tech, and I'll prove it. What I found is shocking.
All the streaming and everything YouTube does, we started on. You started that. It was called AudioNet. We started in 1995.
And we started streaming? Don't be so modest, Mark Cuban. Who was the real tech genius who single-handedly invented streaming?
How much technical savvy was required? How much did you understand for yourself?
I did all the technology and then hired engineer after engineer after engineer to implement. And so, from putting together a multi-cloud network, software,
Inventors invent. Mark did the technology and it started with ROI.
ROI. Return on investment. Nope.
Radio on internet. ROI. That was the charming fictional moron named Russ Hanneman who invented radio on the internet. He'll give us insight into the real Mark Cuban. Here's the real Mark Cuban story of how he invented ROI. I'm not saying the story is real, but Mark Cuban has told the story repeatedly. Some versions written for decades.
Then one of my buddies from college, Todd Wagner, sat down with me, and this was in 1995. He was like, you know, there's this whole new thing called the internet. There's got to be a way we can use this to listen to Indiana basketball. We set up this website called AudioNet, and the next thing you know, video comes along and we turned it into a company called broadcast.com. And so we started what turned out to be the very first streaming company.
No, you didn't. That was Mark's story until 2012 when Chris Jabe did an extremely rare interview.
Interview will talk about how Mark Cuban came into the story, but I'm wondering if, are you ever resentful that people say that Mark Cuban is the founder and completely write you out of the story?
Yeah, of course, there's a little bit of that. It's hard not to because the way it sort of ended up, in it being promoted in the media, and because of the way he positioned the story.
That was Cameron Chris Jabe.
Look
He
what
started
me and my girl made.
Cameron Audio Networks in 1989. He was the original founder of what would become AudioNet and then broadcast.com. But his name wasn't on all the press releases, news articles, videos, documentaries, incredible Silicon Valley shows. This smile got all the recognition. Watch.
But I do it anyway, because I want it.
You're putting your entire future in the hands of a man who puts radio on the... I need more time. I can only assume that he mentioned that to you.
It may have come up. This guy? That's the guy. No, that's the guy.
Does he actually smile like that with his upper and lower teeth at the same time?
The guy he's a bored, pompous, womanizing dude.
Chris's name wasn't even on the Wikipedia page as a founder until that 2012 interview, until after it. Chris started with broadcasting sports events inside stadiums with these radio pager things, but says, what about outside of stadiums? He started working on maybe the first satellite radio company, but the internet gets fast in 1994. Real fast, a whole 28.8 kilobytes home modem fast. That's like 0.028 of a megabyte fast. Okay, that's stupid slow. Co-founder Todd Wagner, Mark's lawyer friend, introduces Chris to Mark in late 1994 and
within 10 minutes of me getting the attention I give him 100 times, Mark said I'm in. I'll do it. And at that point, he gave me a check for $10,000 and said, and on the bottom of that check it said 2%. 2% of the company. And Tom, I really didn't think anything of it, so I took the check.
So Mark, he's the only one on Earth with this genius.
I think the other thing is, like, out here, what is it? And in 10 seconds, I know all about the business. And so,
Shark Tank. Wow. Now, are you how well I'm on Shark Tank investments?
not up financially?
Yeah.
I'm not just me.
Really? No. Well, as Russ Hanneman says, it's not always about the money.
You know, one of the things being in the 3 Comma Club has taught me, Richard, is it's not always about money. Sometimes it's about wisdom. Did I lose a B? Close to it. But I bet I gained 2B in wisdom.
So you lost it all?
One of them worked. One out of 36?
Well, Mark Cuban got this one right, too, actually. Mark Cuban had a successful computer integration business that he sold to CompuServe before this. He's not an idiot, not a complete idiot. He really had a talent for hooking up computers, installing software, servers, and he knows how to sell BS. A lot of it. Come to think of it, Russ Hanneman isn't a complete moron either.
Subscription revenue model? No. No revenue. I'll call you back. What? Why would you go after revenue? Because you're too funny? No. If you show revenue, people will ask how much, and it will never be enough. It's not about how much you earn. It's about what it's worth. And that was the most. The company makes money.
Probably coincidence. Anyway, Broadcast.com sold to Yahoo for about $5.7 billion. They were making negative $16 million on sales of $22 million. Yes, you do the math. Companies that are worth the most lose money. Chris needed more money to lose fast. This was the dot-com boom era. He asked for $1 million from Mark, but Mark only gave him that check for $10K. But remember, at the bottom it said for 2% of the company. This became a problem. Mark wanted his investment non-dilutable. Why?
It'll come back, so we try to be protective in the contract so that you can't just immediately raise money 2 days later. You can't legally dilute us in other ways. Just,
Now, non-dilutable is smart. Otherwise, legal investors can just issue new shares of stock and dilute the shares and screw you out of the company. It's how Mark Zuckerberg screwed over his co-founder, Eduardo Saverin. All you need to do is pump out more shares for yourself and dilute the other founder's shares. Easy.
He's wired in. Sorry? He's wired in. Is he? Yes. We issued 24 million new shares of stock.
You were told that if new investors came
along... How much were your shares diluted? How much were his?
But Chris says, hold on, hey...
This non-dilutable doesn't make sense. It's not fair to all the other investors.
Mark, it's not really fair if I make your shares non-dilutable because my family has been investing in this for 5 years and all their shares are dilutable. They argue about it for a few months. And then the real audio player comes out and Mark says, what?
Mark said, Chris, I really don't need you. You really don't have that much to add. I can pretty much do or get you to do what you're doing. So I was a little bummed, to say the least.
But then Mark says, hey, wait, hold on, just kidding. I actually do need you. Chris had been calling 80 to 100 broadcasters per day from all over the country acquiring streaming rights. Plus, the guys named Mark Steel Companies found their suit.
Not that what you hated the most is that they identified me as a co-founder of this, which I am. You better lawyer up, Tall, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
So Mark Cuban has a better idea.
What if I just bought it? It's not for sale. Yes, it is. Go to hell. Hey, I'll call you, Charlie.
Thank you, Mark, for that reenactment of investing in a company and then taking it over in a hostile manner. Very believable. The douchebaggery. On point. So Todd, the co-founder lawyer, makes the offer. Chris would receive a paycheck for only $2,500 a month to train the new team a couple days a week to acquire more broadcasting licenses. Remember, he built relationships by attaining broadcasting rights over the last 5 years. And Chris would get to keep just a fraction of his own company. Chris, is that easy?
It's hard to take 10% of the company that I've developed 100% from scratch. Cuban became the driving force of Mark overall really wanted to see the system.
See, Chris is initially went to Mark for funds to build the software that would become Real Audio Player. Well, Chris claims that Real Audio Player launched, and once that happened, all Mark needed was to acquire content, transfer it to a computer, slap it on a website, and people could click to stream with Real Audio Player. That wasn't Mark's story. He's lying. Mark, did streaming technology such as Real Audio Player exist?
There was a technology there. No, it wasn't at that point, but I figured I could figure it out. And there were ways using WAV files and stuff that you could transmit audio. That had been done for a long time. But actually streaming it over the internet in a more efficient manner, that hadn't been done. So I set up a website, and we called it AudioNet, and then we went to a local radio station here in Dallas, KLIF.
Well, you heard him. The technology wasn't there because Mark claims he did the technology. But here's the truth. Real Networks was founded by ex-Microsoft executive named Rob Glasser in February of 1994. In November of 1994, he filed the patent for streaming, for click-to-stream technology. 1994 streaming patent. Mark, what do you think about streaming patents?
So we're violating their patent.
At some point, patents are important for innovation.
No.
I mean, what, you blow up the whole patent system?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't need it?
Don't need it.
It wasn't necessary for broadcast.com?
No. I mean, look, if patent litigation,
Mark Cuban, streaming patents would have only been necessary for broadcast.com if he invented streaming. Mark once explained that even though he was always happy to invent new ways of streaming audio and video, he didn't get patents because he thinks they inhibit technology. He's so humble. Real Networks eventually got their patent for actually inventing streaming technology, and on April 3rd of 1995, Real Audio Player was released, a revolutionary fully streaming audio player that would be used by more than 85% of streaming content on the internet. Mark, what was the date on the first radio recording you used for streaming? Not the live streaming, but the prototype test.
using these exact
There they are.
these exact things, right? August 10th. KLIF.
Exhibit A, August 10th, 1995. What a coincidence that the first free streaming audio player was released on April 3rd, 1995. And then, 4 months later, Mark Cuban was also inventing streaming first. Remember, Mark, you told us streaming didn't exist. Streaming technology didn't exist yet. But here's the thing, domain registration records show audionet.com wasn't even registered until August 13th, 1995. Chris's original company became AudioNet in September of 1995, 5 months after Real Audio Player was unveiled. Here's the nail in the coffin. 2 nails. I found 2 Wall Street Journal articles from the late 90s that say Todd Wagner and Mark Cuban launched AudioNet when they, quote, learned about Real Networks, software for streaming audio signals, that was Real Audio Player, over the internet, and decided they would use it to help radio stations put their broadcasts online. But it wasn't until after April 1995 that the two decided to offer radio programs. Proof. The founder name you don't see here or anywhere else is Chris Jabe. After his 2012 interview, Bloomberg did a Mark Cuban documentary. And while Cuban won't acknowledge Chris as a founder, when pressed, co-founder lawyer, Todd Wagner acknowledges Chris in the weirdest lawyerly way possible.
But co-founder Todd Wagner does acknowledge Jabe's participation.
He was there for a very brief period of time, and then he went on to the next thing. He owned a slug of equity and did just fine.
AudioNet did better than just fine.
Translation, you screwed him. Chris signed that 10% deal, hardly a slug of equity, but he made a grave mistake. His shares were dilutable. And what do marks do to founders who have shares that are dilutable?
What was Mr. Zuckerberg's ownership share diluted down to?
It wasn't.
What was Peter Thiel's ownership share diluted down to?
It wasn't.
And what was your ownership share diluted down to?
0.03%.
Marks dilute hard. When Broadcast.com sold to Yahoo in 1999 for $5.7 billion, Chris's 10% shares were worth less than 1% of the company. Mark still made about $2 billion, but Chris would never make it to the 3 Comma Club.
I like this painting.
Is it sperm?
No, 3 commas. You know what has 3 commas in it, Richard?
A sentence with 2 appositive phrases in it?
No, $1 billion. Yeah, I'm in the 3 comma club. You know, you play your cards right, you could be in the 3 comma club too. But probably not. You could be, but probably not.
Chris had less than 1%, but that's still around $50 million, and his whole family that invested in him, they all became millionaires too. Chris is grateful. I personally have been the most bitter millionaire on earth, but Chris was grateful that Mark took his company to the 3 Comma Club.
Mark overall really wanted to see it as his company. He had made it, gone from really an idea to reality. He never really wanted to acknowledge it to be his founder.
But he now gives Chris J full credit for the idea. Listen.
So we would get together and it's like, look, he's got this other guy he knows who's doing this thing with pagers to try to get sports audio transmitted to pagers. And I'm like, no, that's crazy. And I'm like, look, there's got to be a way, this new internet, and I've been playing with the internet. I'm like, there's got to be a way that I can figure out how to, transmit audio and eventually video over the internet so that we can solve that problem.
Oh wait, that's right, no. Mark gives him 0 credit. Chris was just some guy now with a crazy, stupid idea. And Chris may have started with radio pagers, but he was way, way, way past that point in 94 before he even met Mark Cuban. In Chris's 2012 interview, Andrew, the interviewer, provides proof to Chris that Chris was looking for an internet partner for ROI, radio on internet, on a public forum in June of 1994.
We're America Online. Our company has developed a really kick-ass premium service, and we're looking to partner an online services site. Remember when you can go to news groups and put messages like this up?
That is interesting. I do remember that kind of stuff going on. Basically, I was just reaching out to anybody that had a network to figure out a way to grow the vision that we had. This was probably before I even met Mark, I would guess. Wait, what was the date on that?
June 6, 94.
Yeah, that was about 3 or 4 months before we even met. So I was just...
Chris doesn't care. He just laughs and is like, oh, yeah, I guess that's proof I was looking to invent radio on internet before I even met Mark Cuban. That's funny because everyone thinks Mark Cuban is the genius who invented radio on internet. Mark Cuban needed the recognition. He needed 3 commas. And he remembers exactly how it happened.
I remember the second I became a billionaire. I was naked, sitting right there, just clicking and refreshing, watching my stock rise. And when it happened, I popped the rod so fast, I went blind for a full minute. Nutted all over those cushions. I was the king.
Sorry, that was Russ Hanneman again. I don't even know if he's supposed to be Mark Cuban. Here's Mark Cuban's real story.
And I remember sitting in my house in the second bedroom where I had a PC set up, and it was getting close, right? Because it was going nuts. Hitting F5, the refresh key, right on old. And there it was. I'm sitting like basically naked on this chair, hitting this thing, go boom, 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 until it hit it, bounce around, do my little billionaire dance song.
That's insane.
It was insane, man.
Is that when you're super rich? When you're a billionaire?
Yeah.
Of course, Broadcast.com shut down just a few years after Yahoo bought it because it was wildly unprofitable and anyone could stream at that point. In fact, streaming was available before Mark Cuban started his company. Subscribe at the end.
Cool shit. Cool stuff. Not playing on that bullshit.
No, I haven't really been seeing too much from it yet. You gonna do 1999 quest only or content after? Content after. I already grinded a lot to get ready for like 1999, but also because I need to get back into the in-game content. Like I still don't even have any Archon shards for my Saren, so I'm gonna have to start doing more in-game content again. I rebuilt my Saren. But I'm very excited for 1999 quest. Didn't see that Ludwig. Big. And yeah, I'll be watching some. I mentioned it briefly, but Craven did have the lowest box office run, I think, of any superhero movie, right? Grossed only 11 million in its first 3 days, which is behind even Madam Web. I think it's the lowest in superheroes, I could be wrong. It's the lowest for any of the Sony flops, though, which is very impressive.
This passage is how the traitor betrayed her people. Now I explore it.
Yeah, I know she betrays her.
Wild beast!
Pretty soon, right? Yeah, I know about Compy's new video on the CSGO gambling. We were just talking about that a minute ago. I'm excited to finish that. I'm excited to finish the whole series. Because that is going to be a crazy investigation. It is so deep. It's still in theaters. I mean, it's only been a week, but it's going to drop even more. Like, this is the best it's ever going to do in its theatrical run. It's not fun bad, and it doesn't have a meme behind it like Morbius.
Be right back, I'm going to use the bathroom.
But there's just no saving grace for Craven. He's got no shot. I'm going to speculate that it'll gross a total of 60 million. Probably at some point, Jake. I did have fun with it. And I love PLE too. Absolutely love it. I am almost to Act 2 on Cool. I'm on the final boss of Act 1 for Cool. I'm getting close to in-game. I don't think Wikipedia is shutting down, but I know what you're talking about, Tim. Demon Souls is good, but it's not as good as like mainline Souls. It's still very good though, I liked it. Man, this website is miserable. Anytime you move on it, I think it pops up. These are the Boeing Starliner astronauts. They've been stranded in space since June of last year. Well, of this year, soon to be last year. So, the Boeing Starliner sent these two up there. It malfunctioned, so they couldn't come back. It malfunctioned again, they couldn't come back. It was deemed unsafe to travel in the Boeing Starliner to come back. They sent the Boeing Starliner back without these two, and they've been just stuck ever since. It was supposed to only be an 8-day mission, or 8 to 10-day mission. And it's coming up on a year, and it's going to exceed a year because the most recent rescue trip was just delayed again. They are also getting close to the longest time anyone has spent in space, if I remember correctly. Let me see what the record is. I think the record was like something days. Consecutive days, like without. Oh, it was 437 consecutive days. So they are going to be close. No, I'm not a big beer guy. So Jeff. Great article. I don't get to read, but hopefully this will let me see why it got delayed again. Stay was extended to February next year because of technical issues with the experimental spacecraft Starliner built by Boeing. Classic, so you know it's not going to work. Following a delay in launching a new capsule to the ISS, the pair won't be back until late March or possibly April. NASA said the delay posed no risk to the astronauts. Alright. International Space Station. Imagine they're not getting paid overtime for all of this. Well, we only scheduled you for 8 days worth of pay. Shit out of luck. Sorry, team. Let's do subspectral. Most space station missions last 6 months, with a few reaching a full year, so the extension to Butch and Sunny already overdue stay in space should not be a problem, according to Dr. Simon Barber. I'm sure that they're already disappointed that we're going to miss Christmas back home with the folks, but this is only 2 months on an already quite long mission. I'm sure if you ask them, I'm sure they would tell you that space station is where they love to be. I'm fucking sure. Yeah. You know what I like? There's plenty of places I like to be, you know? I'd love to be in different places. But if I'm only scheduled to be there for 8 days, like I'm going there with the assumption I'm only going to be there for like a week or so, the last thing I'd want to be is stuck there for a fucking year. Even as my favorite place in the world. Next crew of 4 for the ISS was supposed to have launched in February. The capsule carrying that crew was due to be the one bringing Butch and Sunny home, as well as astronauts Nick and Roscosmos, cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov, part of a normal crew rotation. There's been a delay by the private sector firm SpaceX in preparing a brand new Dragon capsule for the mission. That is now scheduled for flight readiness no earlier than late March. NASA said it considered using a different SpaceX capsule to fly up the replacement crew to keep flights on schedule, but it has now decided the best option is to wait for the new capsule to transport the next crew. That's rough. That is rough. If they can't rescue astronauts from the ISS, what makes you think they went millions of miles away to the moon and back? That is a joke. You have to be kidding, right? The fake moon landing thing will still never not be humorous to me. The technology to fake the moon landing would have been far harder than just doing it. And you yourself, as an average normal person, can actually communicate with the moon, with something that was left up there from one of the missions. I'm sure they're not going to die. They'll probably be fine. They might even break
Blanco
the
y negro. Or
But I'm sure
negro
pissed.
y
I
blanco.
don't
You can
think
barely
where
see
they'd
him,
love
bruh.
to be right now. I think they've been there far too long. Flat Earth theory, of course. Well, that one, right? That one is just an all-time classic. We already talked about it, but I love this so much. I'm gonna bring it up again. The final experiment just happened with a group of like avid flat earthers, and one of the big things was the 24-hour sun. A 24-hour sun does not work in any flat Earth models. So the point was, take them, prove to them 24-hour sun is real, so that way they could see like, oh, our models are wrong. But what ended up happening is they proved the 24-hour sun is real. All the flat earthers went on camera, ate shit like, oh, so the 24-hour sun is real. But then, instead of being like, I guess flat earth can't be true, they said, now we need to figure out how it fits into our flat earth models. So no matter what you do, no matter how much overwhelming evidence you provide, no matter how much you put in front of their own face and let them experience it and let them do the data that proves themselves wrong, it will still never be enough. They don't believe in it because there's any real evidence for it. They believe in it simply because they want to and shun out.
If you are traveling, did your... No need to rush. As you wish.
I was playing Indiana Jones last night. It's like really good. Like it's fun. It's silly. I like it.
Who goes there?
Yeah, they send
I
they
hear
send
you.
supplies up to the astronauts.
Hello.
They send them supplies. They're not gonna run out.
What have you learned?
Nice one.
Need something? Take your time. Blessings.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory? Secret space program. It's the video Oki made a video on it. That's how I learned about it. He made a video on the secret space program. And it is the best conspiracy that has ever been cooked up. It's so good. It's every single conspiracy rolled into one. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Mario. Hopefully not detention. I'm not gonna put that back in $3.
That I could touch with my eyes everything I've ever known. So it should come out.
The secret space program is still active. Last I heard it is, but it has been a while, so there's a chance it's not. And not tonight. You're already top 500 in Marvel Rivals. Holy shit! Congrats. How do you think this year's top 5 will stand compared to last year's top 5 worst games? I think there were more bad games last year, but this year had the bigger failures because they're more expensive, like Concord, like Skull and Bones, like Suicide Squad. But I think the bad games last year were more plentiful.
Arc chains bolts of lightning. Solar orb repeatedly unleashing. Hold down the button.
2025
Cold
is
snap.
looking stacked. 2025 is looking up there with like 2007. It is looking so good. Yeah, but you're the drone flying into one of those doors, making the drone fly in the sky. Out of the sky. I've seen that one better. Brother, 07 had like Halo 3, it had Orange Box, it had Call of Duty 4, it had first Assassin's Creed, there's a few more too that I'm forgetting. Bioshock, yep, Bioshock. Gears of War was not 07, Gears of War was 06.
Rena, come.
Oh, Uncharted and Super Mario Galaxy were 07 as well. You know, here, let's pull up 07 releases. Because I still think that is probably the best year in gaming. Like, 2025 is looking like it could really be up there. Oh, holy shit, this list is crazy. Just off rip. Halo 3, Bioshock, Assassin's Creed, God of War 2, Portal, COD 4, Crisis, this is Orange Box I was talking about, Team Fortress 2, Mario Galaxy, Half-Life 2, Uncharted, Mass Effect, CNC 3, Stalker, Witcher, Guitar Hero 3, Rock Band. Holy. Stranglehold. Oh, Lost Odyssey. Such a banger. Simpsons movie, the video game. I actually liked that game. I don't think it was like a good game, but I did like it. Heavenly Sword also had a lot of hype back in the day. I don't know if it was good though. It's been too long. Yeah, but 07 was an incredible year for games. Oh, good to see you again, Jim. I remember you. I hope things are going well. Message Scoots on Twitch, since there's no messaging on YouTube, Jim. Send him a whisper on Twitch for that. That way you can get the permission. What's the worst year for gaming? Probably one of the COVID years. That'd be my guess. I can't think of like the worst year for gaming off the top of my head. Probably during the video game crash. Oh, it's cheating. I'm pretty sure they meant more of like a modern gaming year. But yeah, that's probably the correct answer during the crash. Yeah, I'm excited for 1999. You know, let's just do 1999. I've gone over the stuff I want to do at least touch on. Let's just start with Warframe. I'm fucking fiending for it. It took a lot of restraint not to just start the quest line over the last couple days of me grinding. You see a new Killer Game game? Yep, of course I have. It's not out yet. You seen the drones are shooting lasers? Can't say I saw that. Looks like there's quite a few new drone developments here. Here, I'll show you my build real quick because I finally changed it. I was using the Nadaru to farm up some frames. I'm in Mark 21 now. But I'm still going to use the Ignis. But I finally upgraded my build. Oh wait, this actually just reminded me of my instead.
Take your time. All right. Young one.
Is Warframe pay to win? No, it's pay to skip some of the grind. Or pay to fashion frame. But everything's grindable. There's also something I never mentioned, but it is a really cool part. I just wish it was integrated a little smoother. There is a player-driven economy. So for some of these, I didn't have them. So instead I went to the Warframe Market website, and I bought them through the in-game currency of Platinum. So like Venom Dose I didn't have, Cat Shields I didn't have, and what's the other one? Equilibrium I didn't have. So I just bought these from players. And you can pretty much do that for anything. So you can even make and like participate in the Warframe economy. Kind of like RuneScape, but it's not like built in. What's your favorite albums of the year? I don't know. I don't know my favorite albums of the year, man. I have to really think about it. I didn't listen to many new albums this year. I'm mainly going back through old bands. Remember to fashion your drifter for 99? No, hold on. You need to see. Well, this isn't my drifter, but you need to see my operator. When I was catching up on quests, I forgot that I made my operator a hot dog man. I know, switch to my. No, not my. Wait, where's my operator? So getting to see the cutscenes through this lens was beautiful. Made me regret doing it off stream. It brought so much life into the scenes. What the fuck is that? That's fucking fashion frame right there. That's what that is. God, it looks so good. I don't even remember when I did that, but it was such a treat. I must have did that during New War. That's pretty good. You check that the Bring Me Horizon album this year? I have not. 1999's Drifter only. Damn. That's fine. Ah, I could have made him a hot dog too, though. Whatever. It's probably better I don't. Is Matt hopping on? No, just me. I'm the big Warframe grinder of the group. I'm very excited for the new Turok. What's the lore? Your guess is as good as mine, but it's always fun. I'm pretty sure when it pertains to 1999, the main thing you need to know is that Warframes have the soul of warriors from the past in them. It's like Excalibur, I think, is this guy. Arthur. You're still in just chatting? Oh, I was supposed to chat, I forgot. This one's Volt.
I like it.
Mag.
Inhuman beast!
Do I like it?
This is the new one, right? This is Sight. Yeah, this one's Sight. I haven't leveled up this frame yet. I bought the frame, but I haven't leveled it up yet. I'm doing some of the other ones. And this one's good. Yep, nice. Fucking nailed all of them. Shoot Leah. Game you most excited for in 2025? GTA 6.
Fail one!
This is the new, what do you call it? super gear, like the necromech, all of that. This is the new one for this. Atomicycle. Oh fuck. Okay, I did not expect to just get control like that. I always like the things they introduced for traversing. Like when they added the fucking hoverboards and stuff. It's always just so cool. Excalibur plays. Excalibur is mainly melee, right? I know your ult gets the sword out. Ugh. Spam 2. Okay. Let me just... What the fuck? I don't even know what killed them. What's my 2? That's the blind. And the 4 is the sword. What's my 1? That's the lunge.
Not yet.
Nope. Wait, why do I have a... Oh, it's my bike ability. Oh, shit, okay.
Wall of flame!
Oh god! Ah, fuck! Stop, get me out. I need to move my controller off my desk. Use it! Oh, I don't have any... I'm really trying to get the bike ability up. I don't have... There we go. Oh my god. I think I've never picked up a weapon in my whole life. Jesus! Not the one I wanted. There we go. Did I fire it?
Foes take you!
The traitor Balbala.
God damn it. What?
I can't do that yet.
Are those the Gemini skins?
Yeah, they fighting down there.
How would you rate this game? I've said for actual, what, 6 years?
Yeah, she's small, but she don't play, bro.
Warframe is, I think, one of the best, if not the best, free-to-play game. It's just infinite content. There we go, nice. Did Trent Reznor do the entire 1999 expansion? Because it sounds like it. This is like Link when he fights his shadow.
Orbala and the Sisters 5. Beautiful. Didn't break a sweat.
Holy shit. Someone more knowledgeable on the lore than me. The Drifter gets to go back in time through the frames, right? So what happened right there is the Drifter was in the Excalibur frame, which is based on Arthur, and Arthur pumped him out, kind of like Doctor Strange when she like soul punches. Is that what happened? Drifter tried to go into Arthur. Arthur forced him out. 1999 is a paradox from Helminth.
Dead Maraketh. The Faridan
remember him being the assistant.
Hold them back while I open the gate. Reopen ancient gates of seven waters.
No, not that. Love is cringe. No. Damn, blast. Is that right, horsepower? Nice.
Their formation is broken. Attack!
I can't remember what I was trying to do with my drift design. There's definitely something I was going for and then never finished. Right now I just have them looking like someone that you find in the mall in the market rebelling.
I'm carrying enough already.
Oh, I have energy now. I can finally use this. Wait. I thought Excalibur... What is my 4? Oh. I see. I just have to go... I thought it started the melee automatically. I had to just do it myself.
Fall before me. never lightened.
I'm sorry to hear that, Schmuck. Glad you're liking Rivals, though. I think they've done a good job with Rivals.
If we can allow the caravan through all three gates, my warriors will swarm them under. Onward! Give these demons no quarter!
Where the fuck are they? Down the roof?
By Garukhan! Didn't break a sweat.
Just based on real events. Yeah, this happened in 1999 IRL with Y2K. Speaking of Y2K though, I don't know if anyone like actually remembers the hysteria around it, but I remember even as a kid, I thought it was the dumbest shit. I don't even know if this is correct, but I remember what I was told is that people thought the world was ending because the clocks on computers couldn't broadcast 2000, they just stuck at 1999, creating some kind of blip that would end the world or some shit. Was that actually what it was? Or was I always just told like a really stupid version? Well, not that the real Y2K version was fair. Yeah, that was that pretty much. God, that's so cringe. And to think we're still just as dumb today.
Oh man, these motherfuckers are eating my feet. Having fish fillet. Feet fillet, excuse me.
There really was a group that saved everyone from Y2K Park. Very interesting read. Yeah, I'm playing it right now. It's the Warframe guys. They saved us from Y2K. Just like this.
Noxious
I love that motorcycle explosion. That is so cool. I haven't even used any of the other abilities. That's my brain. Oh, that's the cool.
shall dethrone you, Sekama, and wrath for the king!
No, it's my operator! It's my hot dog guy!
The
Fuck!
Manaketh will fall by my hand! I shall dethrone you, Sekama! You are unworthy!
You can do 2 things.
I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sand!
Oh god. Oh god.
The Manaketh will fall by my hand! You are unworthy! I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sand!
I can't do that yet.
I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you are unworthy!
Every update is something
I
like
shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to
there's
the
spell
sand!
books, there's spell books, time, well, it's not even really time travel. It's got literally everything.
Hold the black
Hoverboards,
while I open the gate.
necromechs.
How can I advise you?
A
Hey,
step
guys.
closer to legend.
I am not. I don't know who that is. You still use Saren Prime the most? Yep. I even checked the tier list, like when I started grinding again. Saren Prime's still one of the best frames. Saren, for as long as Warframe's been out and Saren's been around, has just been a consistently high tier frame. Her kit is just so good. Her kit is just so good. Thanks for that, Jacob. Appreciate the generosity. What does my 2 do? I actually don't remember at all what my 2 does. When did 1999 drop? I think it came out 3 days ago? 3 or 4 days ago? You can click the link in the screen.
I want to take a piss.
I think you get a voucher as well for clicking the link. Wow, I can't quite recall.
No,
I think it came out.
Shaman Ra? How is this possible?
you are unworthy!
Foods were blind. Oh, so this is what lets you do the finishes. That's right, that's right.
The Manaketh will fall
You can't finish it next to
by my hand! You are unworthy! I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sands! shall dethrone you, Sekama! You are unworthy! The Madaketh will fall by my hand! I shall dethrone you, Sekama! You are unworthy! The Madaketh will fall by my hand! I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sand! Wrath for the king! I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sands! I shall dethrone you, Sekama! You are unworthy!
Not yet.
I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sands! The Madaketh will fall by my hand!
Only added the skibbity toilet thing to that, right? I think that's all.
I tried to seek peace, and the Sekamas disgraced me! Left my corpse to rot in the sand. This time, we choose war! We shall finish this! But not today.
Make haste! He must not escape! Quickly! He conjures the very sands against us!
Can they do that, or is it well, I mean, it was a collaboration.
This is no natural sandstorm. We must battle sorcery with sorcery. Let us return to the caravan and entreat Zarka's wisdom.
He doesn't own the assets. That's a really interesting point, actually. I wonder what that process looked like. You're right, a licensing deal would be really tough.
Out of mana!
Run out of mana. Would I use that to run out of mana?
I don't need to be activating.
Hold them back while I open the gate! Make haste! He must not escape!
Not just normal survival. I didn't know there was something special about the hell scrubber.
Hold them back when I open the gate. Make haste. He must not escape.
A lot of Eximus. Almost there. I probably won't need to drink that. How are you swinging the exalted blade so quickly? Well, this comes pre-built, I'm pretty sure, because I do not have a good Excalibur build, so it's not my build. This must be what they set you up with. Set you up with. Actually, that's not true. I do have a good Umbra Excalibur build. Back when Umbra Excalibur was, you know.
Not yet.
When's the Revolver God coming back? At some point. I'm not exactly like chomping at the bit for it.
Reopen ancient gates of seven waters.
I love the boy band. It's so adorable. Brad Film. Probably Kalimos, right? Thought so. Genius! Genius!
Burn away!
Yeah, I have to look at the new UFO stuff. I just see the UFO stuff. Means you gotta play some of that online boy band chug some brewskis. Is Entrati a good guy or bad guy? I don't remember. I remember in, I think it was the second to last expansion, when he fucking entombs himself in a sarcophagus and his assistant hits him with a sledgehammer. He was, like, ambiguous. I don't think he was good. I don't think he was bad.
Jaman rock egg. We would have.
How does yes answer that?
Nice. I'll be right back.
Okay, so it seems like people say he's like a little both. We'll call him A, we'll call him B.
I'm not cross. God damn it.
Good-ish, but an asshole. Well, yeah, I mean, the guy's saying that we need the nuke to go off. It's a little extreme, I'd say. My Saren Prime is back! Check out the fashion frame. This isn't how it normally looks. I made it like this. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, fuck. I wanted to check something. My actual best fashion frame, though, is still my Rhino. Still, pet, I'm disappointed. I don't remember why I don't have a pet. I think I have it, I just didn't put it on in the orbiter. Pardon? Fuck. Wait, invalid target. Oh, I don't have any energy. Why aren't these guys dropping energy? My Ignis still goes crazy. Ignis Wraith I still think is so good. I don't think it's a top tier weapon anymore, but it used to be. And it's still just very good for most content. Even Steel Path it used to do really well. I'm sure it still will. Let's do some stuff. Got the music banks. Incarnants have pretty much taken over. Yeah, I know. I know Incarnants are weak right now. I saw. Oh. God damn it. Guys, let me off.
crazy. Shit is crazy.
How do I help you? Couldn't find the option.
Shit is crazy. Every time my belt buckle just snapped off. Like, that was crazy.
I have not watched all of Call of Duty yet. Like I said, I started it and I'm very excited to finish it. It's all about the CSGO gambling ring.
Them motherfuckers are weird though.
It's a huge, huge market.
Quickly.
Need something? Browse as long as you like. I shall put this to use.
Them motherfuckers are weird though.
Not enough dexterity.
This sounds this is very Beastie Boys-esque. And the music in this has just been so good. Oh, fuck.
I hear you.
My frame's gonna be kind of bad here because Saren's squishy. I have to play it safe. Oh, god damn it.
Here for a story.
What's your MR? 21. Damn it. Holy shit, that was way off. Oh, but I hit a different one up there. I don't know. It's hard to say. They're kind of a shapeshifter. Oh, fuck! I slid off. I meant to just crouch, but I carried too much momentum. Oh, also. Come on, let's get like another break in there. That was pretty clean. Well, that was a bit excessive. My name's Charles.
Do it. Do it now. Kill him.
Why are we even hesitating? I guess maybe you do it, yeah. You do it, pussy.
Stay in sight.
Do we have to kill the proto-frames? No shot.
Speak up.
It's my glizzy guy. Who is Zata? I know there's an ability called Zata's Whisper, and I can't remember what frame has it. What does it mean? Zaku has it. Well, that makes sense. It's just void language.
Do not wander. Speak up.
You?
What does that mean?
What up?
Thanks. I couldn't understand it. Appreciate it.
Nah. Nah. Yep. Alright.
Speak.
Do it, Arthur.
You? What up?
Do not wander.
Thanks.
Speak up.
Oh, I get to choose. The only frame here that I actually play is Volt. But maybe we should just mix it up. Nah, I'm just gonna stick with Volt. It's the only one I know. I bet with Volt you probably run faster than the bike. That's new. You didn't used to be able to pick up the shield.
isn't the place.
God damn it. They don't have reach on it or stretch on it. Oh no, it doesn't.
Ah, yeah. You have your orders.
There we go. Why are you being such a douchebag? I think it's great. I'm really enjoying 1999 so far. I'm really excited for the post-story content as well. I don't think I've ever played Nyx. Sounds like some kind of necromancy thing. It's my one. Oh. That's just a big AoE that absorbs damage and lets it go. Same with this. No, Do I have like unlimited energy with her?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for not for watching.